But you must have known that in the end, in agreed to take on the Portas review, you were seen by some people to be getting in bed with the government, in effect. And
that's not a nice picture, let me tell you.
No.
I've just had a visual of that.
But you know what I mean by that. And whenever you get close to government, that's going to generate a reaction, isn't it? You must have known that would generate a reaction.
No, because you look at how many these czars, I hate that, they suddenly call you a czar. Nobody's called you, you're doing a review, a report. Imagine how many reports have been done. This one, for some reason, went...
Because you're a celebrity. Because you're a celebrity.
Kirsty's done housing. Philip Green was doing how to save money, I don't know. There's loads of people that have done it. There's what's his name from Lyon's doing the food one.
Henry Dimbleby, yeah.
Yeah, loads of people do it. Mine suddenly went into this massive kind of arena.
And why?
Because it's an issue. The reason it did is because it is an issue. We have dying high streets, and if we don't do something about it, we've got real issues with our communities and the social infrastructure of communities and across towns in this country. So it was an issue, and the thing was, I got rang up by the government to do something else. I got rang up by Steve Hilton to work on something else, and I said, I really haven't got time to do it.
What was that?
It was a project he was doing with Nick Hornby, who was trying to get kids into reading, and they were creating these shops that were all around the theme and really great reading shops. And he said, would you do the design shop? I said, I really hadn't got time. But I said, you've got a bigger crisis than that. You've got a high street that's dying. Because through Mary Queen of Shops, I was travelling the country and I was going into towns and the Nicker programme and seeing just literally one or two shops, one of which would be basement booze, next to a chicken shop. And it was just tragic. And I said, we've got to do something about this. And he said, well, why don't we meet? So I didn't even think the review was going to come out of it. And I met with him, and I was very impressed with him. And he said, God, I agree with you. And the next thing he said, listen, I've spoken with Cameron about this. Will you do a piece of work on it? And so for me, it was, it wasn't, I'm going into government to become a czar. No. And I'm going to, you don't think. So I started to do it. And the more I got into it, the more I thought, it was just the most incredible challenge, and I travelled the country, it was...
But you become associated with a political party, don't you?
Well, you do, they've even written on Wikipedia, I'm a Tory. Who wrote that? And I've never said that. Who's been in this voting box with me?
Are you a Tory?
No, I'm not a Tory. I'm not a Tory.
What are you?
Oh, I'm me. Stop it, Richard. I don't know. I believe in, making change happen, that we as people in this country can make change happen, which I think is the most important thing. I would never do politics. I'd be hopeless at it.
But you don't vote Conservative?
Oh, I'm not going to get into that now, Richard.